Hi there, it's Rebecca from Sapphire Coast Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for the new moon on the 6th of October. The new moon in, I can't remember what it's in. That's how great I am. At least I'm being honest. Okay, so this reading is for Aries. Okay, so if you're wanting to know about your love life, I would suggest that you look up your Venus sign. As we are having a new moon, I would look up your moon sign. For your moon sign is your emotions, your instincts, your habits, your mood, and your lunar personality. Now, if you would like to look up about your communication, then you would check out your Mercury sign. But as Mercury is in retrograde until the 23rd of October, it's probably not a good idea because Mercury is, well, we all know what Mercury does when it is in retrograde. Their communication and transmission all go a little bit, haywire. This is the third Mercury retrograde for the year, and it is in an air sign. The first two were in an air sign, and this is the beginning of the age of Aquarius. Now, if anyone knows about the 70s, you will know about the song, The Age of Aquarius. Now, that was a very psychedelic time when it was sort of hippies and, there was a lot of grass smoked and, people were just flying high and stuff like that. We are now moving out of the age of Pisces, which was about Christianity, Jesus, etc., and we are now moving into the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is an age where anyone being born into the age of Aquarius from now will be more than likely psychic. That's sort of where the age of Aquarius is going. It's going into a more peaceful, spiritual, so we will all be under the one spirit, God, Buddha, whatever you would like to, Muslim, whatever you would like to talk, we are all going to be under the one. It's all about love. It's all about loving each other and being one with each other. It's all about forgiveness, peace, and tranquility. We have 6 planets in retrograde at the moment, not just Mercury. We have Uranus, Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, and Neptune all in retrograde. So if you're feeling a little bit hairy, that is why. The 6th of October is also an even number. It's called the Hunter's Moon, and I would say that it is the Hunter's Moon is quite ironic, actually, to me. I believe that the Hunter's Moon is that someone is going to be on the hunt for their twin flame. They could be on the hunt for their soulmate. To me, that's what it's meaning, that there's some sort of hunt in the air. The 6th of October, I feel in myself, I feel that I'm very psychic and I'm only developing my psychic abilities now from my spiritual awakening. I've done an incredible amount of healing and amazing. So what I'm going to do for you, Aries, is I am going to do a new moon reading for you. So let's get some cards out for you and check out what we're doing. I've just done Pisces and Sagittarius, so I would look at if you have any other placements there. If you feel that you have spiritually ascended, I would look for your north node. Now, Aries, if this is your sun sign, you are going to be looking at your north node, which is Libra. As planets are in retrograde at the moment for different planets, you would need to look at the people that haven't spiritually ascended and they have, say, a Mars sign in Aries, or say a Mars sign in Pisces, for instance. Well, they're going to be, because of the retrograde, they're going to be feeling more like a Virgo. They're going to be feeling more grounded, feeling more that they can take action and balance. They feel more balanced, and they're going to go after what they would like. So, you really need to look at your natal chart to see where your placements are. But when we have planets that are in retrograde, we're going to be doing the opposite to your sign. So it's a good idea to check out your south node and your north node, and south node and north node for other signs as well. And then you'll know about the different placements, and when planets go into retrograde, you're going to be going to the opposite of your normal sign. So, for instance, my Venus sign is, what is my Venus sign? My Venus sign is Leo. Now, the opposite of Leo is Aquarius, okay? So, when planets are in retrograde, that was probably a bad example because Venus isn't in retrograde. Okay, Jupiter is in retrograde. Okay, Jupiter, mine is Aquarius. My planet is Aquarius. Now, when we are in retrograde for Jupiter, which we are until October the 18th, I'm acting more like a Leo in Aquarius. So the growth that I'm having at the moment and the way that my life is going would be, I would be looking more at a Leo reading if it was in the Jupiter time between January the 20th and October the 18th, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to continue with the reading, and if you'd like to know more, just stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. I talk about the ages, I talk about the north nodes and the south nodes, I talk about the different planets. If you've watched anything past of mine, I do readings on the astrological plane. I don't do it from date to date. I do it more on when planets move into different zodiac signs. Okay, let's see what we've got for you, Aries. What's coming out for the sign of Aries? Aries, sun, moon, rising, or Venus for love. Your rising sign changes every 2 hours. That's my dog, who's decided that she would like... She's 16 and she's blind, deaf, heart murmur, and yeah, now her back legs are going, so I'm giving her arthritic, or there's arthritic needle things to boost her. She's on anti-inflammatories as well. She's a spirit fighter, I tell you. Before I can't remember what I was going to say, but anyway. Okay, so here we have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups talks about Aries that you are leaving, looks like just about everything behind. You're leaving 8 cups behind. The 8 of Cups talks about letting go. You're going in search of the truth. So basically here you are, walking out into the moonlight. You've got your 8 cups there. You might have I don't know, you've got your job, your money, you've got your exes, you've got your familiarity, you've got your family, you've got your what you thought was your beliefs, you know, whatever. And you're going in search for what you want, Aries, what your desire is, and you may have been guided by spirit. You may have been spiritually healing in this time, as planets in retrograde do funny things, believe me. As I said, if you have had a spiritual awakening, you would be very much in tune with spirit and your guides, angels and ancestors. And you may be guided to leave everything behind. All right, let's see what else we have got going on for you, Aries. A few more cards out for Aries, please, spirits and guides, angels, ancestors. Okay, you may be needing some rest. This card here is talking about rest and recuperation. The Four of Swords. We can see that the sword's going down, so there's no threat. You're needing some time out, some deep healing. You may have been through a battle, or what seems like a battle. The Four of Swords can talk about self-protection. You're going into a self-protection mode and contemplating what's in front of you. All right, let's see what else we've got coming out for you, Aries. What else is going on for the people in the Aries? People in the Aries world. It's actually been a good time to do some reflecting and healing, being in COVID. I believe that's why, possibly, I know this is probably the wrong thing to say, but it's a good time to connect with yourself. All right, so the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups in the upright is receiving a message from someone, or you sending a message out to someone else. But this one in reverse is talking about having a scattered brain. You're feeling very emotionally vulnerable at this time. You may be around some immaturity. You could also be feeling very insecure at the moment and very disappointed. Neglected. You have been neglecting that inner child of yours and possibly trying to escape what's happening in your life. Okay, let's see what else we've got coming out for the sign of Aries, please. Spirits, guides, ancestors, angels. I've been thinking about going live, actually, lately. I haven't done it yet, but I've been thinking about it. Okay, so, well, they were to the side. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups in the upright is talking about that, you know, your wishes are going to come true. It's talking about inner happiness, security, domestic harmony, and, yeah, emotional stability. But in reverse, Aries, it is talking about shattered dreams. So you may have been dealing with some family issues, like you've had a broken family. Either you have lost someone, and I'm very, very sorry for that if you have. My sincere empathy goes out to you. It can also mean that a family situation may have been taken, been broken up for whatever reason. Basically divorced, separated, whatever it means for you. You've had to be apart because of COVID restrictions or whatever. This can also talk about you've been in an unhappy situation domestically. As I said, it talks about separation, conflict. So you may have been isolating yourself, and all in all, you're you're in disharmony. Okay, so next we have I'm not really sure about these cards because they sort of came out sideways, and I'm not used to reading sideways cards. So, okay, so I am going to just see what I can do for, yeah, okay, they're all in the upright. All right, so if they come out reversed, it's not me. It's definitely Spirit doing that, okay? So we'll go again. Spirits and guides. Let's have some cards, please, out for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, here we have the Moon. The Moon is coming up soon, the new moon. You may have Pisces in your chart, or you may feel connected to someone who has Pisces. Cancer does also rule the moon. So as the moon changes every 2 to 3 days signs, it can be an emotional part of your life if you have anything to do with a water sign. Okay, so the moon. The moon talks about illusions. Maybe you have faced deception or uncertainty. Near the new moon or leading up to the new moon, we all have some form of our emotions being highly charged and fluctuating. So you may have also been, your dreams may have become very vivid for you. You could have been having nightmares or, yeah, just things coming up in your dreams that you were dead and buried, or you just never thought of even thinking about. You don't even know how they even got in your head, but there's messages coming through to you. This card's asking you to trust your intuition and gut instincts. It's also a good idea not to jump to any conclusions as well, because around the moon sign, our emotions are everywhere. So jumping to conclusions is not a very good time. So maybe don't act in haste. Take your time. Think about things. And when things will be a little bit clearer after the new moon time. If you can hear my son, he's in the background having a good old yak to himself. My son's got autism and ADHD. It is very, it can be very tedious. I'm a carer, and my emotions are very much controlled by what's going on with him. Yes, it's been an extremely hard road. He was diagnosed at 2 by a pediatrician, but I knew basically at 14 months old, my instincts were spot on with him. I knew he was going to be a boy before he was even born. So I had all these, I had all the blues and the, I tried to keep it neutral, but I just knew that he was a boy. And he was, he slept most of the time inside of me, quite comfortable in there. When he came out, he didn't, he only slept for 20 minutes at a time. I'm a single parent, and I'm telling you, he's 10 now. Last 10 years have been one of those things, but I'm telling you what, he is so bright. And as I said about Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, he was born in the year 2011. So the age of Aquarius has started from each age is for 2,000 years. So I believe, I'm not 100% sure when it sort of starts and finishes, but the beginning of the age of Aquarius started towards about the year 2000. So it takes years and years and years to come out of an age. It's a parallel for quite some time. But now we have had the Mercury retrogrades, and they've all been in air signs, and this one is the last one, and it does end on October the 23rd. I believe after that time, we are well and truly into the age of Aquarius. As I said, anyone born from 2000 up will probably have some psychic ability. If you feel you do, the synchronicities in your birth date, you need to get connected to yourself and get connected to spirit. You need to look for the signs. And once they pop out, I'm telling you, you open that third eye chakra and it is boom, 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 boom. And they don't stop. And that's when the healing begins. You need to heal, and you need to spend time on your own and heal, because it takes a long time to heal. And I'll tell you what, you can bury it down inside your stomach, but it's all going to come out eventually. So do your meditations. And it usually does take, when it happens, it's something that the start of it is when you are truly broken. You are broken. And that's when the beginning of the healing starts. It's not overnight success, but yeah, you're on your way. All right. So anyway, Aries, I'll just get that out of my little head. Okay. So the moon, as I said, is about illusions. You may have had a lot of vivid dreams. You may have been deceived in some way. And everything has just you've just sort of woken up from a very dark sleep. So the moon is, you're feeling those dreams. They're very vivid. So it's not a good time to act on anything yet. I would probably suggest you just wait until the moon sort of smooths out a little bit, and then decide what you're going to do. Also, as I said, with 6 planets in retrograde, especially Mercury, your communication is going to be all over the shop anyway. So I'd probably wait until the Mercury is out of retrograde and is direct, because that's a big one there. But the 6 planets that are out there still in, or 5 planets plus Mercury that are in retrograde, they've each got their good points and their bad points. So at the moment, with Pluto in retrograde, we have had to, from April the 27th until October the 6th, we've had to gain a deeper understanding of the way that we are controlled and the way that you actually control others. With Saturn in retrograde from May the 23rd until October the 10th, we have felt compelled to follow the beat of our own drum instead of following other people. So from Saturn in retrograde, we have wanted to lead, more of a leader than a follower, and do our own thing. From Jupiter being in retrograde from June the 20th until October the 18th, we've done a lot of growing. Life may have gone into pause mode, which it has because of COVID, especially in Australia, and overseas you would have felt this as well. As energy is energy and planets are planets, and zodiacs are zodiacs. And you've had to come up with different ways of doing things. And we've had to come up with different ways of communicating, working, looking at ourselves, looking at other people. We've basically had to find peace in what we do with our day-to-day life. Neptune being in retrograde from June the 25th until December the 1st. It has helped us, Neptune being in retrograde, has helped us remove the rose-coloured glasses and the way we see things in a more realistic way. Okay, so Uranus in retrograde from August the 19th until January the 18th, 2022. You have making a way, you're making you look inward to create change. Uranus is still in Taurus, so you can actually do this by learning slowly with grounded steps, and what needs shifting in your life. Whatever area of your life, Uranus will shake it up. It happens every year for 5 months. When in retrograde, it gives us respite. So it's like we have to go back to the drawing board and gain clarity. Now with Mercury in retrograde, we all know what that means. It's all about the transmission and the communication sort of going off the wall. Mercury helps us transmit messages by controlling what we say and how we process what we hear from others. But in retrograde periods, it's associated with confusion, delay, and frustration, as all things related to communication and transmission are thrown off balance. This one will affect Librans the most, and Aries. So this is affecting you, Aries, as they are in for a relationship revolution. So remember, with Mercury in retrograde, be aware that ex-friend or friendships from work gone by or whatever, friends, etc., that you don't talk to or whatever, they might just pop up. So be aware that that may happen during this time, and that's on until October the 23rd. All right, so let's get back into your reading. Okay, so you've got a decision to make. The Two of Swords is talking about difficult choices, having that indecision. You could be in deadlock with someone, and you may need to make a decision. Looking at this situation logically, and you possibly may need to try a new approach. So you're going to have to take an active part in your destiny for things to change. Okay, let's see what else we've got. We've got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is an energy that is, you feel excitement building up in you. You have fresh ideas off the bat. You are cheerful. You've got that energy. You may be burning energy, as in, quite energetic. You're feeling fearless. If you're an introvert normally, you're going to be feeling very extroverted and wanting to, jump up and down, make communication, who knows. But, you're wanting to make change in your life. Let's see, I'll put these up here a little bit more because I've got all these cards in my hand that have fallen out because that's what Spirit wants to tell you, Aries. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords talks about you would like to win at all costs. It could be that a Sagittarius wants to win at all costs. And they could be bringing some sneakiness into your life. There could be arguments. You could have been having some disputes, some hostility, stress, and aggression. So that's sort of what's going on there. The Five of Swords, you can see that there's two lying down, there's one down, and there's two up. So it's fairly even. They're not all down and they're not all up. If they were all up, I'd say aggression. But because half are down and half or two are up, I would say that, you're possibly facing a few arguments at present. Okay, let's see what else we've got. We've got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups talks about partnership, a connection. You may be feeling like you have a close bond with another person. You are maybe, as I said, you may be connecting to Spirit, as a lot of us are at the moment, because we are moving into the age of Aquarius. Now, the age of Aquarius is very psychic, spiritual time. So if anyone's going to be having an awakening, it's going to be now, or, have been this year. The Two of Cups talks about joining forces, mutual respect, mutual respect with Spirit. I myself have gone through this, and believe me, it's been up and down, round and round, backwards, forwards, sideways. There's been a lot of emotions. There's been a lot of good days and a lot of bad days. It's been probably one of the hardest, difficult times of my life, because I've had to face my challenges. I've had to face myself. I've had to heal the things that I didn't even think that I needed to heal. I have needed to heal. Lots of things have come up, and it changes. It changes every day. So if you want to start the healing process, turn the music up. Turn the music up in the car, turn the music up at home, and try to be on your own as much as possible. With COVID, it's the perfect time. Perfect time to do your healing. Okay, let's see what else we've got going on. All right, we have the Lovers. Okay, so maybe you're feeling very, after you've got the mutual respect there and you have some unity or partnership in your mind, you are wanting to connect with someone because you feel very drawn. You feel very drawn towards them for whatever reason. Some of us don't even know why. It could be a past life connection. It could be a twin flame connection. It could be a soulmate connection, whatever it is for you. It could just mean that you have choices. And this is represented by Gemini. Now, Gemini rules Mercury. Virgo rules Mercury as well. So Mercury is in retrograde. So that could have part to do with it if you have choices. Yeah, the Lovers talks about a love relationship, life-changing events in your life. It can also talk about partnership. You're about to change your entire life. It talks about romantic bliss, harmony with yourself and another. It's a very, very positive card. It's talking about the perfect union expressed through love. So that's what we've got there. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. We've got a Tower. Okay, so you may be in contact with a Scorpio. The Tower is represented by Aries or Scorpio, and you're an Aries. So you may be having a Tower moment with a Scorpio. The Tower comes in when the universe steps in, basically. When you're not doing anything to change your situation, it comes on in. And it may be a big tower or it might be a little tower. I had a tower the other day. Spirit convinced me that I had some money coming out of my account. Someone had been taking money out of my account for, hacking into my account. So what I did was went into my, local town where all the banks are. Because we've had fires go through here in the last few years, we all have a firebox. So all of our sort of paperwork and things that we don't want to be burnt, if we are in an emergency, we just grab that box. And believe me, unless you've been through fires, you think, oh, well, it's never going to happen to me. I thought that. In this area, we've had 2 in the last, 4 years. So now we have all sorted that out. And it is good to have it. So as I said, getting back to the bank, I thought that someone was taking money out of my account. So, yeah, Spirit did a good job on me. I thought, oh, okay, well, I'm in there, I'll change my name. Change my name back from my married name to my maiden name. Now, I haven't been married. I got divorced in 2003. But because I hadn't changed my name, I hadn't healed and I hadn't moved on. Unbeknownst to me, I had healed. Like, it was just something that I had to do, but I just hadn't got around to it. So, so there was my Tower moment. Here I went into the town, into the bank with all these things, went through all these, with the bank manager. Oh, well, what's that coming out? What's that coming out? And then, while I'm in there, I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll change all my name over to my maiden name. And he said, and I said, well, what do you need? I've got everything here. I've got my birth certificate, and I've got my divorce certificate, my marriage certificate. I've got medical records, all this stuff. And it's not that hard. It was simple. All I had to do was give him my birth certificate and I think it was my driver's license. That's all I had to do. So then I thought, oh, well, while I'm here, I'll go, you know, to the Centrelink, and I'll go to Medicare, and I'll go to the RTA to get my license changed. So basically I did it all in the one hit, and everything else will just fall into place because those are the places that the ID's from. So that was my tower. So that's what it could be like, something like that. So it might not be a major catastrophe. It could just be as simple as it could be a flat tire. Okay. But because you haven't done something, you're going to have the tower moment. So now that you know about it, make some preparations. If you feel that you've, you know, kept something, something hasn't been done, well, pull your socks up and get it done because this is on its way. All right, after that we have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles talks about rewards. It talks about luxury. It talks about success and achievements and material security and self-sufficiency. So there you go. After the Tower, this is all going to be happening for you. How fabulous. How fabulous for you, Aries. Okay, so you've walked away. You're leaving everything behind. You are going to need some rest and recuperation. The Page of Cups here in reverse talks about you are feeling very vulnerable. You may be feeling very insecure and disappointed. You may have also been feeling that you're healing that inner child, like you've been that neglected inner child. So, you know, you've been trying to escape that by doing whatever it is for you. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse here. The Nine of Cups talks about there has been a lack of inner joy for you. Dissatisfaction. You feel that you've underachieved. You may be feeling arrogant and quite, you know, snobbish, I guess, and disappointed in yourself. The Moon after that is your emotions are going up and down and all over the place. So you may feel like you have been deceived in something, or you've had some sort of uncertainty around you. Your dreams, you may have had some extremely vivid dreams, or you are going to have some extremely vivid dreams. So your emotions are, as I said, highly charged and fluctuating. Don't jump to conclusions. Just wait until the moon energy's over, and yeah, you'll be feeling a lot better. So things need to become clearer for you. You need to make a major decision in your life. The Two of Cups is talking about, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is that you've got a difficult choice to make. So you are very undecided as to what you want to do. You could be in a stalemate situation or a deadlock situation with someone else. So you are needing to make a decision. You need to make your decision on a logical, in a logical way. Maybe you need to try a new approach. So if you want something for your future, you need to take an active part in your destiny. You're feeling quite energetic. You could either be in contact with a Sagittarius, or you have Sagittarius in your chart. But the energy of this card is talking about adventure. So you've got that sense of adventure and excitement. There's fresh ideas coming into your head all the time. You're very cheerful. You may be feeling like you've got a lot of energy, so energetic. You have that fearless, that great feeling of feeling fearless that you had when you were really young, and you know that you would take that leap of faith. Like you know, normally if you're an introverted person, this is going to make you feel extroverted, so you're going to be out there. The Five of Swords talks about that maybe you feel like you need to win at all costs. Someone may have deceived you previously or been very deceitful to you, so they could have had a hidden agenda. Possibly you're going to have someone leave without telling the truth, so be careful in the situation, operate ethically, and the card does indicate defeat and loss. So after this has happened, you're going to be gaining some respect. You're going to be feeling like you a partnership. You want to be in a partnership. You want to have a connection with someone. There's a close bond with you and another. So you're going to be wanting to join forces. It talks about unity. The Two of Cups can talk about growth in a relationship. So you may be moving to the next level, like an important level. So whatever that important level is for you, Aries, it could just mean that someone receives a message from you. You decide to call someone. It can talk about moving in with each other. It can talk about being engaged. It can talk about marriage. It's whatever level that you're at. So that's what that card there talks about, because you're wanting to go towards this. You feel very loved up. The Lovers talks about life-changing, a love relationship. It can also talk about love choices, or Gemini as well. This card comes up, it talks about commitment and marriage, so or solid friends even. Romantic bliss, harmony with yourself and another. It's a very positive card. You may have to be, you may have you may have a tower moment in front of you. Now the tower, as I said, the good foundations are going to collapse sooner or later. So there could be sudden or unexpected changes or chaos around you, and maybe you've had a sense of denial of this happening, but you know, you falsely believe something to be true. So this card here is indicating to you that you can make these preparations to improve matters. Or if you want to wait for the tower to come, by all means wait. After that event, you are going to have the Nine of Pentacles. Now the Nine of Pentacles talks about rewards. So after the tower comes the rewards, the success, the achievements, the material security, and the self-sufficiency. So through your own efforts, you are going to have some money gains. You're going to be feeling quite independent, not lonely anymore. You may be feeling some, you know, you may be having some pleasant comforts, or feel good now after some extra money has come in towards for you. It's improved, like this is improved rewards for efforts. It could also mean just, well, what more can I say? Congratulations. What a way to end the reading for you, Aries. Okay, so let's pull an oracle card. Okay, we're going to pull an oracle card from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Can we please have some information for Aries, please? Wow. One either side. One here and, oh, three. Okay, so we've got Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. 2-0. We have got Eyes of the Eagle, rising above the fray. And we also have Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. So there we go. I'm going to now pull you an oracle card from Gaia. Gaia. Let's see what Gaia oracle guides have for you. All right, okay, we've got harmony, power, self-confidence, and productivity, which is number 3. And we have the hidden path, the marriage of spirit and matter. So we have 3, 3, 4. 3, 3, 4. So that's 6 and 4 is 10, 1. All right, let's see. I'm going to read these out for you now. First of all, I'm going to read the harmony, and then I'm going to read out the hidden path. Let's see if we're going to do all right like that. Yep. Okay, so number 3. Okay, power, self-confidence, productivity. The card heralds a period of inner and outer harmony. In the coming months, you will feel an increased sense of self-confidence, which will result in greater productivity. It is as if you have learned to harness the primal forces of nature and are able to channel this energy in a powerful, meaningful way to achieve your goals. Your guiding stars are in harmonious alignment at present. This is a fortunate time for you, and this period will continue for several months. Be mindful of the power you have at present. Honor it, respect it, and use it wisely. What you learn in this time will help you greatly in the future. Observe your state of mind during this time, as well as your actions and how others react to you. Notice how many doors open and how previously inaccessible paths now become clear of obstacles. All you desire comes to you with little effort, all because there is harmony in your inner and outer worlds. Remember this in the future, for it will serve you well. The affirmation for you, Aries, is: I am one with the forces of nature. I am one with the earth and all creation. I use my power wisely and to great effect. I create harmony in my life through love and acceptance. I achieve my goals with ease. Okay, so next we have 34. Let's see. 34. Stuck together. Okay, 34. Hidden path. The marriage of spirit and matter. You have travelled far in search of greater meaning and fulfillment. Having made much progress and learning valuable lessons, you want to continue your journey. But the road seems to have come to an end. Where do you go to from here? The symbolic imagery on this card is set within a magical forest. It seems inviting, yet the way forward is not clear. No physical path exists. However, there is a way forward. Between the trees is a symbol of eternal life, and to the right a symbol for healing and protection. This card is inviting you to move forward spiritually and offers you healing and protection along the way. Spirit and matter must now merge if true progress is to be made. Your rational mind must align with your heart. When heart and mind are both focused on the same goal, great things are possible. This is a true spiritual alchemy. All you work towards can now be achieved. The affirmation for you, Aries, is my heart and mind are in perfect alignment. My heart's desire and my thoughts are one. I am a spiritual being in a physical body. The journey ahead is filled with light. The light of my soul illuminates my path. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aries. I hope you have enjoyed your reading. The other thing is I want to talk to you about your south and your north node. As you ascend, Aries, you will be moving more towards your north node, which is Libra, or vice versa. Now, it will depend on your age. So you need to look at your natal chart and your time of birth, etc., and the year that you were born. I looked at this and I was informed of this today when I had a look at I watched a reading for myself, and in the comments there was something in regards to the year. So you need to check out your natal chart, but I'm working on the north node. If your south node is an Aries, your north node will be a Libra, and vice versa. So if you have spiritually ascended, you will be looking more towards your north node. If you are at the very beginning, the south node is the same as your sun sign. Your south node is your past life karma. So that's what you are, that's the lessons that you are learning. Once you have learnt those lessons from your south node karmic life, sun sign, you will spiritually ascend and you will feel a lot better going more towards your north node. Now, it's a balancing game. Sometimes, every now and then, we go back to our south node, even once we've spiritually ascended. And we feel very comfortable there. But everyone knows that we feel a lot better when we step out of our comfort zone, because we grow. We grow once we move out of that. So that's what we will feel better and greater and able to accomplish things as we ascend. Now, if you feel that you have been psychic all of your life, you will be going backwards. So for me, I am learning to go more towards my south node, because I came into this life already ascended. So I'm balancing out the two, my north node and my south node. And that's what we are here. The lessons we are here to learn is, and what our life's purpose is. That's what it's all about. So get in tune with this spirituality. We are moving into the age of Aquarius. We are leaving Christianity behind and any other religion. The 1 AD or whatever it was up until the year 2000, because an age is, 2,000 years. Yes, it's very hard to describe, but as we move into the age of Aquarius, we are becoming very, very spiritually aware and more psychic. So open up your eyes, look for the signs, do some cloud watching, meditation, yoga will all bring you into alignment there. And you will find that most people that are born from now until then will have psychic ability. So to the normal, well, not normal, but neurotypical person who was born way back in the age of Pisces, they're going to be looking at the people that were born in the age of Aquarius as quirky or indifferent, or like they have a disability, like autism. But autism is just a different way of thinking. It's a different way of looking at the world, and that's what the age of Aquarius is all about. Anyway, I'll leave you there. Have a good weekend and a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aries. Got to find the little... It's moved around here.